haven't done a just chatting stream in a very, very long time. Okay. I don't even know how to introduce this. It's an idea that I had kind of late last year where I was like, what if I do something kind of like resembling an award show type situation, like so it's a bit more interactive, but I just wanted to do like a 2025 year in review. And I'm really glad I did this. Granted, this is going to be very low budget. Definitely a lot of notes for how to improve it next time. The thing is like with something like this, you definitely need time to be able to get the things that you need to work the way you want them to, especially if you need like assets or any other like hired works or anything. I didn't think that far ahead, common theme of this past year. So I just kind of threw something together the way that I know how, right? Slideshow. But I'm excited either way. And it was fun. I'm glad that I did it because there's a lot of things that like, I didn't necessarily forget about, but I did not truly see how much was done in 2025 until I kind of sat down and did this. So that makes me really happy that I did. This is definitely going to be like, not super scuffed, but a little awkward for me because I'm not used to like, I rely very heavily on playing a game. So like if this will be the first time that I'm not really doing that, so that'll be fun. I feel like it's already showing a bit. There was of course the Google Forms survey that I sent out that more people filled out than I thought was going to. I thought I was going to get like 3 3. It got more than 3. So I'm very excited about that as well. I'm gonna flip through this and it's going to be really just a whole year in review. There'll be some interactive segments and it'll be a little corny. But it'll be fun. So yeah, the Exandys. It'll be a bit this will be work to be better. But title screen. First ever. Which implies next year we'll do the same thing for 2026, right? Collaborators, definitely a huge place to start, right? So this is something this is one of the things I was like surprised at, is that like, holy shit, we met a lot of people this year. Specifically, we met 45 different individuals. Honestly, we met more. So I did this based on like, if I had the opportunity to really interact with that person during collab. So there's a few people not on here, and like that's somewhat intentional because there was a few instances where I was doing like very big collabs with multiple people, and it's like, you know, if it's like lockdown and I only met like 4 out of the 8 people during a lockdown game where I'm only interacting with some of them some of the time, and there's so many of them, I didn't include those. This is more like the smaller collabs, the one-on-ones, the one that left an impression on me, etc. A lot of people that we collabed with, and it's really neat because like most of these people I only met this year, and some of them are like mainstay people now, right? They're like people that I frequently interact with. A very obvious example would be Jodo, right? I met Jodo recently, like within the past few months. Really like their vibe. Now they're like a mainstay. They're one of the first people I asked for collabs. I got to interact more with like Kess this year. Kaida I met last year, of course, and like same with Spec and Moz. So it's like, but just being able to hang out with everybody more has been really, really awesome. Like I could go on and on. Fantastic. Like I really appreciate all these people that I've met this year. It has been really fun making new friends and meeting all these people. And like I said, a lot of them are like mainstay people that like, you know, it's not like it's a ranking system, but some people you just jive with better than others. Some people you just interact with better than others. It's just inherent, right? And a lot of these people have been really awesome, and I look forward to hanging out with them more. One of the main reasons, of course, I started streaming was literally to meet new people. Like I've gone on this rant before. I don't even think it's a rant, but I've said this before. Where I started streaming during the pandemic when like people were busy, and like people were busy and in lockdown. So like my usual online friends were not as available as they had been in the past. And then like I was trapped inside, as was the rest of the world, right, during the pandemic. So I started streaming as a means to like meet people and hang out with people. That is still true to this day. I consider myself a very hobbyist person, like a hobbyist streamer, not like a career streamer. And meeting all these people was definitely like a highlight of that, just because that's the personal motive as to why I started streaming. Games played. One of these is not like the other. One of these is an imposter. So I played 72 games allegedly, but one of these things is an imposter. When I made this slide, I anticipated playing one more game, and then I didn't. Do you know what that game was? I'll give you a chance to guess as I keep going through it. But yeah, 72 games played for stream and content this year. Not including games I played off stream, not for content, which is very few. Overall, like, yeah, a lot of games this year. The most games I think I've ever played in a year, honestly. Have we found the one game that I didn't play for content or on stream? If not, here's the answer. I didn't actually get to play Life Eater, so that was the game that I was going to play because we finished Dead Space earlier than anticipated, but I didn't actually end up getting to it. So this one's a lie. I think this is the most games I've played in a year, so it was kind of like really awesome to review that. Highlight VODs. So these are all of the VODs that I've edited down. I'll move to the side here as well so we can see them all. I forgot that I'm taking up a portion of the screen. Highlighted VODs. Oh god, 30. I want to get that number up. 30 highlighted VODs. I started out really strong when I wasn't streaming. So VODs are a big commitment of time. And when I came back to streaming in June, I had functionally 8 less hours the typical day, or 4 less hours the typical day, depending on how long the stream was. I don't think I have what it takes to edit on stream. My gatekeeping ass would want to give live viewers spoilers of the vid. That too. That's a whole other part of it. But 30 in total, considering, I will give myself this, 30 in total, that's over one every other week. For me, I think that's really good. This is the first year that actually, like, it was more end of last year that I really started editing, but like this was the first full year of editing that I did. And I think getting a video out every other week that I'm gonna say they're like mid-level quality. They're like, you can definitely tell that I'm new at editing, but I did put a lot of work into them. They weren't just like low, quick edits. There's like a lot of like snipping and like shifting the screen and like pop-ups and references. A lot of work goes into each video I make. I try to make it something that I myself would watch. But I really, 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 really enjoyed making this content this year, and I hope to make more this upcoming year, 2026. Reaction VODs. I'm gonna be honest. I hate doing these. I hate doing reaction VODs. I probably won't do too many reaction VODs this year. What's my, oh, sorry, hold on. Forgot something very important. I gotta move here because two of the most important VODs that I edited were right behind me. Those were the A Way Out and It Takes Two with Lemon, which those were the longest videos I've ever made. Again, fully edited. Boy, howdy, why am I not surprised that they didn't, like, no one wants to watch 3-hour VODs, but I don't care. They're important to me. They're important to me. Honestly, like I make the content that I want to see, and like, I like longer format videos, so I don't care that they're longer, but I did want to shout them out because I was blocking. But yeah, reaction VODs. God, I hate reactions. I don't want to be a reaction streamer. You know, that's like the people that just like watch things and then just go like, they add like, ah, interesting, cool. You know, that's what they do. Here's the issue. These do well. Reactions are easy to do and they get you high numbers. That's why they're popular, right? People love seeing other people get excited about the same things as them. So reaction VODs are low effort because you're not doing much. There's not much to edit. The video is already done for you. All you're doing is talking over it. Really easy content to do. And for that, I dislike it because I feel like it's like theft. It's content theft. I'm taking, you know, Iron Mouse's cover and I'm just adding a few words onto it and then saying why I like it, and then I'm just shipping it. And somehow that does like 2K views. And I can do this in an afternoon. I can sit down, watch a reaction, edit it, get it done in, I think, not even 2 hours, versus one of the other VODs where it's like I play the game for, I don't know, I don't want to use an exaggerated example. It's like It Takes Two. That was like an 8-hour game. But, you know, with this, I watch a 5-minute music video. It takes me less than 2 hours to edit. I post it, and then it's just like, there you go. versus something along the lines of like Nuclear Nightmare. We play the game for 3 hours. I have to scrub through 3 hours of gameplay. I have to add effects and things to keep it interesting. And then I post it and it does like maybe 20, maybe 20 views, 100 times less than this. So it's like, why wouldn't I just do these? Well, the answer is I don't want this to be the mainstay of my channel. I will probably continue to do these for things that I actually want to react to. So let me be clear on this. Like, I have nothing to hide from you guys. I'm nothing but open when it comes to this, right? This one I did because Fel asked me to. This one I did because Fel asked me to. This one, I like Eva and Anova a lot, so I wanted to do this one. When you know it, the one I wanted to do didn't do well. This one I actually wanted to do, but I was just kind of like, I wanted to do it for the sake of, I knew it was just going to do well because this is when VShojo, Nova, when VShojo existed, when Nova released their new talent, and this is one of the first songs. So I was like, I wanted to do this one, but it's honestly selfish intent. This one, again, selfish intent. Wanted to watch the music video, said might as well do a reaction to it. This one, selfish intent. Wanted to watch the music video, said might as well do the reaction to it. So like these three, selfish intent. This one, genuinely wanted to do. These two, because Fel asked me to. This last one, genuinely wanted to. I like watching Nagi. So these are the only two legitimate ones, and they're the worst performing out of all of them. Seriously, if you go look at like the views, this one does really well, 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 this one did okay. 20 and 20. So the two that I wanted to do, no one like watched. I think the only reactions I'm going to do going forward, like I said like 3 times already, are going to be the ones I actually care about. I shouldn't say I don't care about these, but like I have to really like something. Like I have to really like a talent, or really want to react to something to where I feel like it's justifiable for me to do that in the future. Stream events. This one, I mean, okay. I feel like there's different kind of calibers of events, but this was all of the ones that I really counted for this year, right? There was, of course, my return stream. That one was honestly not great. I feel like I started out strong, and then, God, how much information do I want to share here, right? So I decided sometime in April, no, it was more like March. It was like, I decided sometime in March. People were asking me, like at this point I'd known like Spec, I'd known Maz, I'd known Kess, know a bunch of people. I was like collaborating with them regularly. Of course I wasn't streaming, but I was like, the joke I'd make is like, I am just the reoccurring background character on all of your guys' streams. And like, I was okay with that. And then they'd ask me like, when are you coming back to streaming? When are you going to stream again? When are you going to stream again? When are you coming back? And I was just like, dude, I don't know, maybe never. I really like knew in March that I really wanted to come back to streaming, and I was shooting for June. So I started out strong. I started like doing all sorts of like lore stuff and getting like commissions done in preparation for, oh God, I did the really shitty voice acting that I don't want to talk about. I did all that stuff getting ready for my like comeback to stream. And then sometime in late May, early June, I got some devastating information and some other stuff came up and I didn't want to stream again. So then I was like, I didn't want to stream. And I was losing mental momentum to come back to this. I don't want to get too much into like the what and the why, but like I started out strong getting all this stuff ready, and then I had something come up that was just like, man, I don't want to come back anymore. I started to convince myself like, no, I need to. And then I just made myself do it anyway. Which is fine because I'm enjoying it. I'm here now, and I'm glad that I decided to still come back to streaming. But like this could have been so much better. This was Kess's first Minecraft server event. She did the Cobblemon. I put it on here just because I was invited and I did show up to a couple of them. This was like, I felt bad for this one. Me feeling bad about this one is why I went really hard on this one. So she hosted this big collaborative server that was like a lot of fun that I wish I played more of. It was Cobblemon, and then it was like a tournament. The thing is that I didn't understand how the server worked with like the gyms and stuff. And then also like by the time I figured it out, I was so far behind. And then I also like with the amount that I was working at the time, could not continue to keep up. So I just got outpaced. So then I just like gave up. I felt bad, but that's ultimately what happened with that. Is like, I should have still showed up just for the sake of like being there, but I didn't. So I do feel bad about that. The subathon for Spec, that was for a birthday. This one, again, I only participated for parts of it, but that was a lot of fun, being there for Spec's birthday in August. Maple was a new friend at the time, hosted her 2-year affiliate anniversary. Again, I wasn't there for like the whole thing, but I was there for parts of it, so that was really awesome. There's of course Fell's birthday. Fell's birthday stream, we did a stream together for basically the whole day. That was a lot of fun. And definitely like I would say a tradition that we've spent her birthday doing something at some point. So it was kind of cool to continue doing that. Then we had Ty's birthday, again, similar to Spec and Maples. I was only there for like parts of that one, but again, it was super, super duper awesome to be there for Ty's birthday and to hang out with him and his friends. So that was really cool. And I was flattered to be invited because honestly, I haven't interacted with Ty too much. Anytime that I do, I have a lot of fun, and he's definitely like somebody I want to hang out more in the new year. This one requires no introduction. This was the Dino SMP. This was a lot of fun, despite the many scuff moments of me moving, not knowing what I was doing, crashing out, the flesh pit, everything in this one was like this. I shouldn't even say despite. Those are all parts of it that made it like, I think, really funny. And I had a lot of fun with the Dino SMP. Of course, Lemon, you were there as well, and that made it even better. I feel like I wouldn't have had as much fun if you didn't like get dragged along kicking and screaming last minute. So thank you for being there. The 2026 stream, so this was New Year's Eve into the New Year's. Again, kind of a Fell and my tradition is we stay up late playing a variety of games with a variety of people on New Year's, so we did that again this year. I definitely want to refine it a bit to make it like more than just playing games. I think playing games is fun, and we need to do that as well. I'm not saying like we just won't play games. Every year we do it, it's still a lot of fun. I'm not saying I didn't have fun. It was a lot of fun, but it's also very chaotic. And part of what I want to do this year is just plan better. I had a lot of fun with this. I had a lot of fun the last 2 years that we did this as well. But this year for 2026, definitely want to improve this. Still a lot of fun though. Oh, fan art showcase. I wanted to do something for like art. So I put up all the fan arts that I got this year. From various people, all appreciated. Some of them were handmade, like Lemon and Spec and Rin. So like these 4 right here, handmade, awesome. I appreciate it like more than I feel like humanly capable of expressing. I'm not a very expressive, reactive person, but like I do really appreciate, and I should probably get out of the way, the one that Spec did. That was an Uno thumbnail. Anything that anyone produces, I greatly appreciate. The commission stuff as well, I mean, also appreciated, right? I'm not saying I don't appreciate anything or something more than the others, but like all this stuff, really awesome. So love the fan art. Commissions. These are all the commissions that I put in for. So basically like art that I paid for. Which there's like not a big variety, but like a bunch of different purposes for these. Some of the stuff was just for me. This one's kind of a spoiler. I teased on my return stream that I would have a mascot. I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. These pixel arts as well, kind of a tease. This is for a project that I have not had the bandwidth to work on, but really excited for what this is going to go into. But this is pixel art of myself, Lemon, Moz, and Spec. So expect to see these coming up on a project. Thumbnail arts, Kafka, they did these 3. You haven't seen this one yet, so again, spoiler, but this was, I hired the same artist to do 3 custom thumbnails for these videos. For these were special, so I wanted to commission like an actual thumbnail for them. So I found this artist, Kafka, on VGen, and I just commissioned all 3 of these at once. Spec did a big project for me that she didn't have to do, that I have admittedly yet to show you guys. I have very specific plans for that got delayed, but I wanted to do something back. That's what kind of kicked off the whole like me commissioning things with friends. I should have included commissions I did of other people, because I commissioned a lot of like other art of other people, but I didn't do that. But I commissioned a bunch of things for Spec as a thank you. 2025 memes and shit posts. So there's some other commissions in here technically, but this is just kind of like, God, we did a lot of memeing this year, or maybe rather I did a lot of memeing this year. I think I did most of these. I don't think there's a whole lot to say on this slide, just a lot of memes, a lot of shit posts. We can move on. Okay, this is where we actually get to the categories. We did the overview. Now we're gonna get into the actual like voting, favorites, stuff like that. So top games streamed. I limited it down to 9, and I did it based on a few factors. It was enjoyment, it was success is going into it, but very minorly. It's mostly looking at the things that I had the most fun with, or that people enjoyed watching the most or interacted the most. I'm so excited to see the voting results. Again, I said it earlier, I was surprised by how many people did vote. I was expecting like 2 or 3. So I appreciate it. Top voted stream game from you guys. We're gonna try this once. Tell me if this is good or not. I have a drum roll queued up. It might be too corny, but your top voted game for 2025 was without a doubt No, I'm Not Human. Is that too corny? Do we hate that? Do we hate that sound effect? I hate the trumpets at the end. It's too much fanfare. Top voted stream game for you guys, you said was No, I'm Not a Human. I mean, I know that this was a good game. Like, I was looking for this game since the demos a year before it came out. This was a very fun stream to do. I felt like, while I'm not the best voice actor in the world, I was getting like very immersive into it with giving people unique voices. The dialogue is very interesting. The game itself is really well designed. So I'm not sure why I was super surprised, but I was a little bit surprised that this was the top choice. Here was the responses. So 9 people voted on this one. A few people abstained from voting, but 9 people voted on this one, and it was first place, No, I'm Not a Human. Second place was Pokemon Infinite Fusion, and then there's a 4-way tie for third between Peak, Hades, Dead Space, and Claire Obscure. I think the games I played earlier had the disadvantage because there wasn't as many like consistent people coming in, but ultimately this is how it parsed out. But what was my favorite? My favorite game, unsurprisingly, for 2025 to play on stream was... Okay, this isn't a surprise to anybody. You guys should not be surprised about this. I've been playing this game a lot. I like this game a lot. I enjoy this game a lot. I get very excited playing Nuclear Nightmare. Anytime I get done playing it, I think about how can I play more soon. Top highlight VODs. So these are, again, top voted for a few reasons. Part of it's honestly my own opinions, which isn't a great way to do this. I looked at these based on what performed the best, but then what were my favorites of the best performing. So these aren't strictly the best performing on YouTube. These are the best performing, and I triaged it some. I'm looking at this, all of these happened on hiatus. Probably just because like I put more energy into my VODs when I was not streaming. Ladies and gentlemen, your top pick for highlight VODs for 2025 is the second part of Lockdown Protocol. I'm not very surprised by this. I think that this was one of the most well executed VODs that I edited. I was really proud of this one, and I'm not surprised that it did really well. I'm not surprised in that of all the VODs that I put out, it did well on YouTube, and then also I'm not surprised I got voted. So here is the breakdown. It was these VTubers cannot be trusted. So this is part 2. This got 40%. Followed by part 1. I terrorized my new VTuber friends. So part 1 of this got 30%. Part 2 got 40%. So that's why I was saying it was stronger. Being an absolute menace to this VTubers, that was the Odeer one. My side is a totally normal and wholesome game. This one got a vote, and then this thriller kept me in suspense. This was the clinical trial. I agree with this entirely, which means, unsurprisingly, ladies and gentlemen, my top pick for Highlight VOD in 2025 was unquestionably also the same VOD. I just think that this one had good, I can't stress it enough. The energy in this collab was really good. Sometimes personalities just don't mesh. And I mean that in the sense that like, there are cool people that you can get along with. There are cool people that you can get along with one-on-one. Finding a good group of like a larger group of 8 people that all mix well together is very hard. Like you can have 8 different people and you mesh well with all 8 of them separately. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they all mesh well with each other or that they all mesh well in one group. And then it just like, it meshed so well together. It just worked. And I enjoy these people a lot. Like I enjoy spending time with them. That's why I still do things with them. This might not come as a surprise, but this is why a large part of the collabs that we do include these very specific people. Because we all just mesh well together. So this was a very important stream for me. Or I didn't even stream it. This was a very important collab for me. Because this was like my first introduction to a lot of these people. And like I said, you consistently see them showing up in group things that I put together because it went fantastic. We'll go into the next category, which is top reaction VODs. This one's probably not going to be a surprise either given the tier list, but we'll do the theatrics of it, right? Ladies and gentlemen, your top pick for reaction VODs in 2025 was Hollowed Hunger with Iron Mouse. This was a good one. The thing is like when you do reaction, the reactions that do well are sensationalized. I feel like the reactions that are super popular are like the reactions of like people going, oh my god, like freaking out about it. Because people love seeing other people react very positively to the shared interest that they enjoy. For me, I refuse to be disingenuous. So the reactions you get from me are like my genuine reactions. I've gone on this ramble before, so I won't really belabor the point, but like I refuse to sensationalize how I act because I feel like that's being fake and disingenuous to you guys. They're not my best content. I really do cringe at doing reactions, but they're low-hanging fruit. That's like the analogy. Currently, I absolutely 0% ever support punching down on reactions. I don't think a bigger content creator should react to smaller content creators' work. I think it should be peer-to-peer, and I think it should be punching up. That being said, I still don't like punching up. What I mean by punching up is obviously I'm a small creator. Obviously, I'm not stealing views away from Iron Mouse by reacting to this. As I said, I don't want to sensationalize my reactions. I don't want to like overinflate how I feel about something because I feel like that's just being fake and lying. This was a genuine reaction. This was like, I actually was blown away by her doing the song. It was a really, really, really good cover of the song that I do really, really, really enjoy. I feel like just because of that, my reaction had a bit more like engagement because it was something I genuinely connected with. And it looks like that really reflected, right? 60% out of 10 responses, 60% said that Hollowed Hunger won. And then This Performance Stunned Me, which is the other Iron Mouse one, got 10%. And then the new V-Shoujo member can sing. This one was also another genuine reaction. That was to Veracity, which is another Overlord song. I love Overlord. And that one was 30%. I think what's made the reactions unique because you were actually new to this type of content. And again, like the majority of that content that does well are people just always being super superficially positive. You can say like, I don't know many people that when they watch something, they feel the need to scream about it. I feel like reaction streamers live in this like void where their actions make sense for the content they're producing, but it doesn't make sense in the greater scope of how humans react to things. I don't know many people that when they watch like a game trailer are like, oh my god, and being genuine. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when people watch something for reaction content, they're like overstating their enthusiasm just to try to get that extra click rate. And I just refuse to be that. And that's to my detriment. I would be more successful to do that. I just refuse. I'm stubborn, I guess. But unsurprisingly, we'll still do the drum roll. We have a lot in common, you and I, because ladies and gentlemen, my favorite reaction VOD from 2025 was unsurprisingly also the same one. This doesn't include all the reactions I did with Fel too. Fel likes to drag me along to a lot of reactions, which I say drag along as if she like twists my arm and tells me to do them. I don't mind doing them. I just don't want it to be like what I become known for. So there's kind of like a towing the line that I have to do where I'm just like, she asked me to do them and I want to refuse a certain number of them because I don't want to do too many. Well, if you're watching this, that doesn't mean I don't want to react to you or react with you. It just means I want to react less, and we've reacted less, so if you want to pull me along to any, I will gladly do so. Top YouTube shorts. I feel like we should pause the music for this one. These are the top shorts. This was hard. I made so many shorts. The shorts were hard because for a while I was doing a short a day. These were hard to narrow down. Again, I did them mostly on, I looked at my top performing and then kind of cherry picked what I felt like was more the better ones versus just the ones I got lucky. These were some of the top shorts. There was some other ones that I kind of picked out of here, but these were the top ones. Oh shit, I didn't do the fan. Okay, wait, pretend. You can't make videos like fade in, so I have to, oh shit. Okay, fanfare. Your pick for top shorts of 2025 were tied at these two. That was kind of scuffed, but you know. Yeah, the Speclini with the repo one, and then everyone being thirsty as fuck with golf were tied for top one. And it's kind of hard to see here because I messed up at a typo. For anyone who did this early, you'll notice that I had a misspelling. So originally I said, is gold the horniest game? And then I had to change it to it's golf. So if you combine these two percentages, it's 27.3. And then here it is I can't believe Speculating did that, also at 27.3. So those two were tied. Running up was Get Rotated, tied with Thanks Editor. And then the last one was weird how the VOD cut out there. What does this mean though? It means I gotta do the music here. What was my favorite? My favorite of 2025, for your information, was... I actually like this one. I like the my side one because I feel like I was like so bored of an expression compared to like everyone else on the stream or on this scene. Top viewer clips. This is, don't say oh no, this is meant to encourage you to do more clips. This is me saying, hey, I like your clips, do more. That brings us to, I think I have to do it the same way I did last time. So I have to go ahead and like play this before I click. I didn't say, okay. This was the top voted. I didn't say, why didn't I preamble?
I clearly am not as awake. I see you. Watch this, it's gonna be awesome.
So yeah, this was the top voted viewer clip from you guys. Was Elden Ring, me absolutely butchering what would have been the sweetest downward slash ever. Which, unsurprisingly, my top pick for 2025 as well, out of clips made, was, oh, I butchered. Also the same one. I butchered it. Fairly even split here. Pretend That Was Awesome was at 36%. Broken from Speclini was at 27%. Wait Come Back was at 18.2%. And then Lemon Went Super Saiyan was at 18.2% as well. Maybe I should make a clip command. My issue with the clip command is it doesn't like edit. It just automatically syncs a certain clip. So I kind of don't want to do a clip command, but I do enjoy clips. So I really hope that you guys continue to make clips of the content that I put out, because I like seeing what you guys find funny as well. But that might just be selfish of me. And I already butchered this, but this was my favorite as well. Top stream events. So there was a number of events, but I only put the ones I heavily participated in. We're hoping to do more events this year though. By we, I mean like me, for us, for our channel, for this channel, for our community. I want to do more events this year. Drum roll please. You could probably predict. The fade in didn't work. Top voted stream event was... Great timing, fantastic timing. I'm so good at this. It was supposed to fade in. I clicked the wrong anim. Okay, well anyway, top voted lab member event was the Dino SMP with Cass. Unsurprisingly, because that one definitely ran the longest. It was definitely the most engaged. And then also it's one of the most recent. The New Year's stream was definitely the most recent, but this was more recent, so there's a fair bit more of people that are currently in the community there to watch that one. Out of 10 responses, half of the people said Kesses, 3 people said My Return, which again, I'm not super offended about because I honestly think that could have been better for reasons I explained. That one got 3, and then the other one was the New Year's Eve stream, which was another 2, which all these were fun. I enjoyed all of these. The return to me, of course, like I'm gonna be biased on that one and say like I definitely like that one because that's why I'm here right now. Well, I say that I didn't even vote it. You'll see. I can't even say I'm biased because I mean, okay, for real this time, ladies and gentlemen, my top pick event from 2025 was without a doubt also the Dino Park SMP. No, this was a fun event. I really liked it. I felt, what's the word? Vindicated? Maybe not vindicated. I felt, like retribution in the sense that I didn't participate in. Kess is an amazing individual, fantastic person, puts on all these like big elaborate things, was like one of the first people to reach out to me after a collab saying like, do you want to do more stuff? Fantastic person. I hosted that Pokemon event and I didn't participate as much as I really wish I had. And then I felt retribution in being able to participate in this one. This was definitely more in the vein of like things I like to do. I like building in Minecraft. This one was a lot of fun. We got a lot of good memes out of it. So this one was entertaining. Also, like, shout out Ty Neko for being fucking hilarious during his park tour. For those of you that saw Ty's specific park tour, that was so fucking funny. He did an amazing job. I think he really won the whole contest. But anyway, collab streams. I want to be, again, probably overcautious, stepping on eggshells, very clear about this. This isn't a ranking of the people I'm doing the collab with. It's just overall how the collabs went, how good the rapport was. And then it's also just like, how was the game? How was I mentally that day is another part of it. There's times where I can collab with a group of people that I really enjoy. But if I'm just like mentally not having the best day ever, it's going to not be a good collab. I feel like there's a fair bit of that going on with some of the collabs I had this year. This is not a ranking on that. This is just not a ranking on the people that I'm doing the collab with. This is a ranking of how I think the collab went as a whole. Top voted collab streams per you guys. Out of the voting, we have 2025. Top voted collab stream that you guys voted for was a tie. It was between the peak stream with Lemon, Ty, and Fel, and then it was the Nuclear Nightmare stream with Fel, Kaida, Lemon, Vox, Joro, and Rinrin. Here's the breakdown of it. We had 30% vote for peak, tied with 30% for Nuclear Nightmare new update, followed with peak. The stream is peak with Spec, Maz, and Lemon. This was the first peak collab I did. But what then is my top voted collab stream? Well, personally, I had a lot of fun collabs this year, but if I had to vote one top voted collab stream where I laughed so hard I cried, it was Carry the Class with Lemon. Dude, this one, I was going to Lulu. I was like cry laughing the whole time. All of these collabs were a lot of fun. There are many S tier collabs. I really, this one was hard for me. I really wanted to also put the Nuclear Nightmare one, but that's because it's the freshest in my mind, right? As you saw earlier, Nuclear Nightmare is my top voted game streamed. This one, in retrospect, looking back at them all, this one I was laughing to the point of tears multiple times throughout. So this one has to be the top one. Other things, we're reaching the end. Just bear with me a little bit longer. We have other topics. So here I just grouped everything together. It doesn't get its own slide, but I had some other like extra things I wanted to add on here. For example, favorite Exander bit. We have favorite Exander rant, favorite crash out, and then favorite Exanderisms. You know what? Did you forget the old game mechanic of following a character that walks slower than you running, but faster than you're walking from near replicant? That crash out was funny. Holy shit, you're right. I did forget that one. The person in the desert that died tragically. Spoilers. Yes. I forgot about that one. Also didn't underline favorite Exanderisms. Notice how everything else is bolded and underlined except for that one. Whoopsies. Here are the winners. So we had Horse Electrolyte surprised me. I thought for sure it was going to be Chen. I thought for sure Chen was going to win. How My Work lost $200,000. I remember that one was like the first time I really talked about what I do for a job. And that was just like because like, yeah, somebody literally, a department lost like the equivalent of like a house worth of material, and it's just like, it's fine. The crash outs, there was like a 3-way tie. between the Monster of the Dead Space and the Spiritfarer, and then the You Ever Just Yeah Me Neither one. And here are all the results from those. Favorite stream memories. This was an optional field for people to put in. I feel like reading these, I was able to tell whose responses were which based on this. I could be wrong. Playing Repo together, you coming back from hiatus and giving me peak content, realizing you were back was pretty cool. I'm new and it was the beginning of this year, but so far Outer Wilds, and to engage with you and chat, just like Valorant, and Burbillion Burbitsu. Now, here's my guesses. You don't have to admit to this. If I guessed wrong, I'm sorry, but these are all anonymous. Playing Repo together, I assumed was Spec. It could also have been Ruby, I feel like would have been somebody who left that. You coming back from hiatus and giving me peak content. This is just like, this dialogue to me says Sin. If it isn't Sin, then, you know, I appreciate the comment as well, whoever gives it, but I think it's Sin, so thank you, homie. Realizing you were back was pretty cool. Wiggle, I can only imagine that's you because you somehow have found me through all of my many hiatuses. You are the only person that, like, other than Fel, who I talked to off stream, has come back every hiatus I've ever taken. I'm new. This one was fairly obvious. Marduk, very happy to have you. I highlighted it just because I needed something to like cover the text because this went on longer. Pleasure having you here. Enjoy having you chat, interact, etc. Better late than never. And you're not even late. I'm still early in my career with streaming, so thank you so much. Pleasure having you, and I'm glad that you have become a fairly consistent mainstay. Just like Valorant, obviously Rin, and then Burbillion Burbitsu, that's Lemon, 1000%. Lemon, I'm your biggest fan, and I miss playing with you. Thank you so much for playing games with me. I really enjoy your company. You are, without a doubt, the funniest person I have ever met. I say that consistently to anyone I talk to where it comes up, and on top of that, really genuinely happy to be playing games with you again, and you are my first go-to, first right of refusal for any collabs if I know that you're available. This has been really it. That's everything I came here with. I just yapped 4 hours and 12 minutes straight. My voice is dead, but I wanted to run through this year in review. If we want, we can quickly, you know, look through it one more time, one holistic view. But again, shout out to all the collaborators. I met so many wonderful, awesome, cool people. Appreciate you all. Games played. We played a lot of games this year. We played so many games together. I appreciate you guys being here with me as I played through them. This was definitely the biggest year for gaming out of any year that I've played games, like period, ever. I don't think I could ever say I've played this many games and completed so many games in a single year. So this is really awesome. VODs, I hope you guys do like the content I put out. I put a lot of work into the VODs that I do. I try not to just like shortcut super easy content. I try to like really put work into them, make it my own. I hope that you guys enjoy them, and I hope you continue to enjoy them. Reaction VODs, you know how I feel about those. I'm gonna do less of them, but I still want to do more of these, just ones that I more genuinely have interest in. Events, hoping to do more events this year. Fan art, again, thank you to everyone who did fan art or commissioned fan art. Appreciate it all. Commissions, I plan to do a lot more commissions this year, so be on the lookout for that. Same with memes and shitposts. I love memes and shitposts. If you ever see something and go, that would be a funny meme, please make it. I love memes. Thank you so much. This was a lot. My voice is destroyed. This was fun for me to put together. I hope you guys enjoyed going through it. I feel like we did a lot this year, and I'm super happy with all that we did. Very proud of all that we did this year, especially since like the biggest thing here is I didn't come back to stream until June. Outside of the VODs, all this stuff is like half a year worth of stuff, right? Because I came back in June, did not do as much between January to June, so we have a full year ahead. I don't plan to go anywhere again. I'm hoping to improve, do a lot more, organize a lot more. I think it's going to be a good year. This has me genuinely excited. I never really bucketed my years. I never really celebrated like a New Year's in the same way that a lot of people do, but now it's just like all I can think of is, man, this was what we did last year. I can't wait to do more, make more memories, expand the community this year. I don't plan on taking another hiatus like I did the last like 3 billion times I took a hiatus. I plan to stick around, and I'm hoping you guys do as well.